Okay, this is the Deep Elf Summoner, also known as the DESu, Deep Elf Summoner of Ashenzari. Sorry to Totary here about missing my dancing Yoshi that only Twitch viewers get to see. Never shows up on YouTube. He's a secret Twitch mascot for this channel. Where were we at? Let's take a look at this character. Let's see exactly where was this character at. I see we've got some spectators here. I don't know if there are people that are actually in the chat, but I am streaming. I assume, considering I posted this link, that it's people that's already watching. But anyway, so last time we did something real dumb. We went into Elf. I did my big dumb. My blind spot in this game is always to sort of doggedly go for stat form plans, and I went for like Iron Shot, and I was like, you know what, this is kind of annoying to do in shoals. Kind of annoying to do shoals with Iron Shot and no real defenses. There's no deflect missile yet, and no books for sale even. Only these two manuals suffice. So we're learning Fireball. Honestly, it's very silly what I've done. Check this out. We're going to take Hexes to 1. We're going to take Fire Magic to 1. That's just enough to trigger Ashenzari's boost, right? Just to have a little bit of training. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have a really sick, nasty, powerful Fireball, which will let us kill everything in shoals really quickly and easily. We also got Mana Viper, which is why we're training a little Hexes. Both of those spells are nice and castable already, but they're going to be even better once we do this. Let's take a step away. Now we're still going to use Iron Shot for the most part because it's nice and quiet. On the other hand, we're not going to be able to Iron Shot things like Wind Drake. So what we could do is we could like Mana Viper, tell it to run that way. Because I tell you, we don't want to make big noise right here at the entrance. Wow, did that actually work? The Iron Shot actually hit him. That's surprising. Yeah, so at the entrance we really don't want to lure a bunch of crap. Now, what I would really like to do is I would like to get that Guardian Spirit. It's even cursed for me, 432 gold. Maybe we'll save up for that. Just because having another 40 hit points would be pretty crucial on this character. There's another one. So 2 Vipers again. Uh-oh, okay, so we're just going to have to make the noise. Oops, that's a plant. He's in the steam. My Fireball does not have very good spell power. Made an awful lot of noise. That's what I wanted to avoid. However, I can't be Siren-songed anymore. I actually have clarity from Ashenzari. Let's check out our resources real quick. I have a enchant armor. I could use that on the buckler, but I don't want to. I'll be switching to a shield at some point. So we know there's a Siren, and we know there was like another merfolk here. There's a Centaur, and then there's something else. Like, this could be very, very ugly. However, we do have a Fear Scroll, we have Blinking. Like, this is not the end of the world. It's just a lot of damage as possible. We took Hexes up, we took Fire Magic up. This is kind of interesting. It's only increasing it by like 1 or 2. I'm actually at a really big loss as to, like, it's increasing Fire Magic by 1, it's increasing Hexes by 0.4 to 1.9, so 1.5. Is there some requirement with Ashenzari that I don't know about, like a minimum amount that you have to train before she will give you your full 5 points? Because I thought that wasn't the case. Nevertheless, we'll take it to 5, I guess. That's almost no investment. That's fine. I don't really feel good about going back down here, but it is what it is. Okay, we're held. That's not good. Hold on a minute. Do we have blink? We don't. We don't have blink as a spell. Do have this minus telly thing on, so I need to keep that in mind. Okay, I made a servitor. Fireballed. Now let's just see. Let's just see what our servitor actually does. He already iron shotted one of the merfolk, so that's cool. Should I try to get out of this net? Should I blink with a scroll? That's kind of bad. We don't want to blow a scroll if we can avoid it. We do have fear. How much heal wounds do we have? Just one. Ligma might be okay here. I think I would actually break out of the net immediately if I Ligma'd. Do we have cancel? We do have cancel. I'm going to Ligma. Yep, so we rip right out of the net. Hulked out there. Now you might say that this sucks because, like, what if a ton of stuff shows up? But we have a servitor up right now. Let's make sure we're picking up Ligma. We are. The thing I hate the most here is this Javelineer. 19 plus spear. 10. Let's... I think we're going to Iron Shot, but the thing is we want more allies. Let's make Mana Vipers. What in the hell just happened? I thought I saw an Iron Shot heading towards me. That was weird. But I guess he was shooting at the Centaur? Okay. It like showed it in this tile right here, down to the right of me, and it looked like it was heading towards me. But I guess that's just the way that it appears. Okay, I can Iron Shot the biggest damage threat, so let's do that. I think we missed, we did. Try again. We hit him that time. He actually killed the servitor. Okay, we're gonna have to use some wands. We've already made noise here, so I feel okay about making a little more. Okay, that was all right. I hate the fact that we had to use our Ligma, but it's the entrance, you know, it's the floor 1 entrance, so it's okay to use a little bit of resources if you're securing the entrance of an S branch. You know, it's very, very important. Hey, BeginBot, very good. You can blame my Twitch subscribers and followers and whatnot for making me do this. It's all their fault. Okay, there's haste for sale. How much haste do we have? 2? That's really good. There's more Ligma. Ambrosia's really good. It's a lot of stuff that I want. We might even be, I tell you, if we find an acquirement, I'm probably going to acquire gold, because there's an awful lot of stuff I'd like to get. I want those haste potions. I want to try on the helmets. I want to try on the cloak. I want this robe that'll give me 2 more AC. I probably want this ring even. Perhaps most importantly, I want that guardian spirit that I didn't mark down yet. I always stumble saying lignification, so it's a big improvement. Yeah, man, it's easier. It's two syllables. Ligma. Ask me what Ligma is. All right. Okay. Let's. Am I fully cursed? No, I'm not. I haven't cursed my weapon. But that's okay. I should be. The more cursed you are, the more Ashenzari supports your skills. Damn, yeah, I guess I should curse this mace, but the thing is, it's minus telly, so that would be really dumb. I'm going to end up cursing a staff is what's going to happen here, I think. So sad that Steve Jobs died of Ligma. That is the best. That is the best comic I've seen in my entire life. I just wanted to say, you can feel free to post this here if you happen to have an easy link to it. I can't laugh. I'm not laughing at Steve Jobs dying of Ligma. I'm laughing at Dr. Manhattan in that comic. All right. So anyway, I think I mentioned that I had been messing around with CDDA for the last few days, like off stream, because I can't get it to work right. It's a fun game, but I don't think I'm going to be messing with it anymore until I can stream it. I think I've pretty well mastered the basics and whatnot. It's actually not a very hard game. I saw people talking about how it's so difficult, but I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. DCSS is way more challenging, if you ask me. Like CDDA strikes me as more of like a super easy sandbox game with a few gotchas in it that can one-shot you if you're not in a giant vehicle. Okay. So there's tough things in Shoals, right? For the toughest of things, we are always going to make a couple Mana Vipers and probably make Servitor too. Miscast. Uh-oh. A little dangerous using Servitor, but Iron Shot him. Can I make my own Servitor mad at me? Probably. I haven't used Servitor in a very long time. I want a Fireball here, but I suspect he'll go hostile and just start tearing my ass apart, so let's not do that. Let's Iron Shot instead. Oh, we miss! We actually miss. Take a step. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna Ice Blast myself. Servitors don't go hostile. See, I almost never use the spell. Oh, check it out. Fireball on my Servitor. Hell yeah. I almost never use the spell because it's kind of awkward schools. Oops, stay out of the water. Yeah, we can Fireball stuff to death pretty easily in here. I don't know, man. Maybe we should go full Ice Mage for fun. Okay, is there anything that gets me out of this net without breaking it? I can't apport it off myself even if I had apportation. There's no blink spell available. Feels like such a waste, you know, to let it die, but the only alternative really is to... Is there any... No, there's no dispersal traps around that I can cheese. There's gotta be a way. All this magic and no convenient ways to get this net. I'm gonna rip it when I walk out of it is the thing. But if I can somehow move out of it. Depression-era crawl player saving nets. Hey, nets are really good. We don't have any, and we'd like to have as many as possible. There's none that have spawned in the game. My grandmother lived through the Depression, and she had like 1 billion cans in her pantry for her entire life after that. So that had a real effect on people, man. Gotta save those nets. This is bad. Let's go up. What an ambush. That was sick. We could have died there, actually. You know what? That was a fault. I'm gonna say that was a fault. Instead of going up, I should have used Fear. Hey, Juicy Pear, what's up, man? Okay, this is a painful place as well. Francis here. Let's see what's behind door number 3. The mistake was going down the stairs, probably. Oh, don't put me to sleep. Jesus. Okay, this floor is horrifying. This would be a great place for Malign Gateway, let me tell you. Am I missing any, like, really good spells? No. Not really. What do we do about this? I mean, I think we just ally spam here and, like fear if any Dream Sheep show up, but the problem is that even a single one could wreck us. Gosh, this is bad enough that I don't know, you guys. I think I leave and I go to Snake. I mean, either that or I mean, maybe use a haste. Oh, I'm immune to sleep. Well, let's talk about how this Dream Dust does not say immune next to it. Like if I were to look at I don't know, let's say a fawn. Confused, it has a little immune next to it, so that didn't alert me to that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Satyr. Hot diggity damn, you're right. I forgot that I keep forgetting that I have clarity. Well, that changes things. And yeah, ICO Saplex, sometimes you do abandon a branch and come back later. This is still a bit of a rough time, but we can't really be trapped on this now, so I'll make the Servitor. Do I want more allies, or... Oh wait, I have Spire. What am I doing? I should make a Spire. Alright, big time fireballs now. I could be blocking the large rocks with Spire, but I don't think it's necessary. Someone not lazy should make a PR to have Dream Sheep display immunity. Yeah, they should, but they should submit it to not MRG crawl instead. Hee hee. Okay. I could start fireballing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna fireball. That blocks line of sight is the thing. Oh, I can just Iron Shot this guy. He can do like what, 65 damage to me, but no problem. Fireball this. Killing both of them. Remember that water elementals are actually vulnerable, I think, to fires, so... Spellforge Servitor hums quietly as it recharges. What does that message mean? That I haven't seen before. Request for repairs to wear scarves for fashion reasons today, including pictures for reference. Oh, they're gonna call you a troll. They're gonna call you a troll, bro. You just wait. Okay, let's just order to attack. I'll use Ice Blast or Acid or something if I have to, but I'd rather not use that resource if I can get away with it. Oh, good. This is the problem, like my gas just runs out on this character. That's the one issue with Ashenzari casters, which is one of the reasons we really have to... Oh, that's Ilsui. Oh, let's go up. We really have to cheese stairs quite a bit. Those, the Krull devs don't have a very good sense of humor, I don't think. Okay, cool. I'll just fireball Ilsui to death until she gets close enough for me to Iron Shot her, at which point we'll do that. Okay, wait. She's almost dead. Let's go ahead and fireball, kill both of them. Done. I can't believe that my instinct was not to use fireball in here. I tell you what happened last time. Not only did I get sort of doggedly determined to do my my usual stubborn thing, it's also the fact that like I don't play a lot of pure caster types, right? And this is just what a deep elf has to do. He has to use the spells available to him, you know. And he has to use the best ones for the particular circumstances. He is not a one-size-fits-all character, usually. Have you double-checked the Sirens can't pull yet? No, but it doesn't matter because I can't be I can't be mesmerized. So it might matter on a different game, but not this one. We might end up playing 2 Ashenzari games in a row, by the way, because we are playing a we are playing a mummy next. Okay, let's just see. Let's see exactly how much damage Francis can do. 3d26, 66, 72, 78. 78 damage with that iron shot, so that's not a whole lot of fun. We have Blink, and we have Snakes. Like a Mana Viper. Check it out, we're gonna Iron Shot. Show him our Iron Shot, he can show us his. We did a big old chunk of damage with that. Now the problem here, of course, is that, well, he can still Iron Shot us, so I mean, my Adder's not going to stop him from Iron Shotting me, so I think I'm going to Acid through this. Sadly, he didn't die, but the Moccasin hit him and finished him off. So cool, so cool. Alright, so this is, I believe, Polyphemus's pack, and we saw that up here at this other staircase, right? So we also saw Francis, so that tells me that Polyphemus himself is probably heading down our way. We've essentially been dropping nuclear bombs over here with Fireball over and over, so we're making a lot of noise. Expect nothing but ice manuals for the rest of the game. Yeah, I probably should do that. If I find Glaciate, you're gonna... I tell you, I will go for Ice Magic if we find Glaciate. The problem is that there's not a lot of good Ice Magic out there. This is all the ice spells and some others. It's questionable. There's not very many ice spells. The only one that's really worth late game action is Glaciate. You know, ice I've always considered to be a very crappy school. Actually, wait. I guess this doesn't include all of them, does it? Is there no way to search for, like... Damn! This looks at the names. This only looks at the names. I wonder... I mean, if I go here, I can search for Ice Magic, but that's just the ones that I have. Anyway, I'm struggling to think of any ice spell that... Let me put it this way, the school probably needs a buff, at least in the late game, because who wants to do it just for Glaciate, which you might not even find? Some schools just became shit over time. Well, some schools just got buffed a billion times in a row. You know, you look at Necromancy. Okay, let's Iron Shot this thing. Okay, I guess I'm gonna go up. This is, maybe if the Catablipus wasn't here, we wouldn't fool where we would fool with all this, but as it stands, we're just inviting disaster. So we're not going to go here. We're going to try our luck with Polyphemus, who's probably gone from here, and he is. Freezing Cloud used to be great. Yeah, Freezing Cloud is very bad now. Especially, I would say the main change that killed it was the fact that well, you can't lock things in anymore, you know? You close a door, and surprise, surprise, you know, your clouds go away. God, I wish we had Blink. Servitor is going to do some very serious work for us in here. Okay, it's a little risky with this nymph near me, but I think we can Fireball her. Good. Fireball should pretty much solve all these problems. Uh-oh. Polyphemus is here. He can do about 1 billion damage to me at range. 65, actually, I think. If you lose line of sight, the clouds go away. Yeah, it's extremely stupid. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's dumb. Let's try this staircase. Okay. Let's go up. Hopefully the Harpy follows, and it does. Iron Shot it to death. That staircase leads to Polyphemus, who we don't want to fight. Not on his terms, anyway. Hopefully some of this stuff is gone. I spent a good bit of time and made a good bit of noise. It's all gone. Good. Iron Shot. Iron Shot is one-shotting these guys. I like to see that. Fireball these guys. Get them in the steam. Let's pull this fella up. He can do 30 damage, but 30's not that bad. Look how much I can do to him. I mean, hell, we were kiting those guys back in the lair, so certainly we can kill them now. Poison is the worst school. Why did Cure Poison need to be removed? I would say Poison is the worst school in mainline crawl, sure. It depends what part of the game you're talking about, though. You can have a lot of fun with Poison in the early game. Things like Meth Cloud, of course, are game-breaking. Is our Fireball hungerless? Yeah, it is. Yeah, baby. Meth Cloud is more air than poison. Well, it's part of each, but yeah. Poison is amazing in the early game, but you gotta get P-Vapor up because like Sting is just so unbelievably bad. Hey Josh Meyer, what's up, man? I'm doing well. How are you? I've remembered how to play a Deep Elf. Turns out I can't be so stubborn about what I'm doing. So we're playing a Deep Elf like a Deep Elf. How about that? How about we drop a few things, yeah? Let's drop, shit, where is it? Okay, let's drop random effects. Let's make sure we don't pick up any more random effects. Our inventory is getting a little bit crowded. Do I want the blowgun anymore? Curare is nice. Yeah, I kind of want to keep the blowgun. Let's drop magical power. Just drop Staff of Poison. Staff of Cold we might end up using. Fireball, because it always hits. Come on, come closer, buddy. Fine, don't. Why do top players like Ashenzari so much? Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, Ashenzari's not bad, but it's not my favorite god by any means. I just picked it because, number one, we found it first, and number two, I thought I would be I thought I would have a little bit of fun, you know? To be honest, I very much wish we were using Gozag instead. But trap immunity is probably the number one call, the number one benefit, rather, to Ashenzari right now. I mean, for all I know, she's done a whole hell of a lot for me, and I just don't know it. That's 3 nets wasted, you guys. Terrible. Is Ashenzari ever the correct / optimal choice for win rate? I'd say probably not. I mean, yeah, I'd say probably not. Maybe if you were, maybe as a mummy. Maybe if you, yeah, if you're like a mummy, or if you're somebody who's somehow already found end-game spells that are good enough to sort of last you the entire game. Like, I'll tell you this, if you find Stat Form, or maybe BVC really, really early, and then you find an Ashenzari altar, you could probably go ahead and take Ash, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Optimal, I think it's very hard to craft a scenario where it's optimal to go Ashenzari instead of Gozag on most characters. Gozag's just so good, you see. We're running him out of rocks, but I think he's done with those, so I'm gonna fireball his ass. Expire, walk away, Iron Shot to finish him. Yeah, Fireball's really good in here. Did he die? Nice. Okay, maybe we'll just go for Ignition, you guys. Imagine going for Ignition when you have 2 ice manuals available. He's a Kraken, you're not going to 3-shot him with fireballs? Ah, but I am a deep elf with 28 intelligence. Yeah, man, I could see that. Although, Gozag's going to get you out of a bad shaft, probably. And he's going to help you with every single other fight, so... I don't know, man. 6 to 1/2 dozen of the other, you know, it's the same thing, maybe. I think I would rather go with Gozag, though, 9 times out of 10. Gargoyle Earth Element, it's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as people say, but it's quite good. More because of the Earth Elementalist than the Gargoyle. Oops. Gotta kill these ranged guys. Perfect, okay. Glad we killed that pack. Yeah, I mean, the AC is quite nice on the Gargoyle, but I really do think that the low hit points will trip up a newer player far more than anything else, you know? You start feeling like you're indestructible when you see that big number next to your AC, but you're not indestructible. Speaking of indestructible... Nice. I was starting to feel pretty tough there until these guys started owning me. Alright, wasted net number 4. Time to scry 100% of the time? I think not. Okay, so we're currently getting 3 points of 3 points from hexes and hexes and fire magic is actually at 2. We're getting 3 points of skill to that. So I'm a little confused. I think it's because my weapon is not cursed. If I'm fully cursed, you get 5, I believe. Or maybe I specifically need to have a staff cursed. It's been a little while since I played Ashenzari, so I'm not actually sure which what the actual number is, but I thought it was 5. Probably have to have the staff cursed. Of course, we have confirmed, like, I'm getting 4 points out of Conjuration and Summoning. See, they're at 10-ish. I look, and I'm getting a little more than 4 points. So that tells me that the more I have trained, the more skill I get. So that may be what I'm thinking of here. Maybe it eventually becomes 5 the more it's trained. But nevertheless, we're still getting quite a lot of help. Yeah, here we go. Look, we're getting almost, oh no, 11.9 Earth. Yeah, we're getting only 4 out of that. The bot has the formula. Yeah, I figured. It's not that important to me to look up, but we're totally fine is the thing. So I don't need to min-max this. Bring back trap skill if we're gonna keep making them more shit. Yeah, pretty much. want to find out what that cloak is. We want to find out what this ring mail is. Is that Guardian Spirit affordable now? It is. 432. We have a remove curse. This is going to hurt our mana regen, but man, we're a deep elf. We need the hit points. Thankfully it's cursed. So, wait, I'm confused. Why is this gray instead of red? Oh, because it's... Okay, because I'm Ashenzari, yeah. Okay, remove curse, yeah. Let's go for the Amulet of Magic Regen. Being low on mana sucks, but this is to make it possible for... This is to make it possible for me to not get one-shotted by certain things. Like right now, with my current level of hit points, if I were to go into, and by the way, I generally agree with you, but we don't have any magic-based panic buttons. We are just blasting and crushing things. We don't have blink. We don't have C. We don't even have. We don't have C blink. We don't even have blink. We have some summons, but we generally use those at the beginning of the fight, not the end. If we had like a god-based panic button, like I don't know. Geez, what costs mana? Does Zen Sanctuary, does that cost mana? I don't think so. If maybe Apocalypse, that costs mana, right? Or not Apocalypse, but Disaster Area. Something like that. Lightning Spire is a semi-panic button, but I mean, at that point, I'd just use Blink. Like, trust me, I'm in the same camp as you, for the most part, that Guardian Spirit is bad. But on characters with just extra low hit points, if you're trying not to get one-shotted, it's quite nice. Particularly if you're going to go into Elf, which we are sooner or later, perhaps sooner than later. Okay, we're just going to hang out on this staircase. Oh, here they come. Alright, baby. Supreme Immolate time over here. These are real MO hours. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Lightning Rod will not hit both of them. We already went into Elf. We don't talk about that on this channel. That didn't happen. That's a secret. Alright, so we're using Lightning Blast because that doesn't get reduced in range. It's a little risky what I'm doing, but it shouldn't be bad. This should kill these two guys here. Perfect. I just want to do this chain reaction here. Iron Shot. Iron Shot. This is annoying. Acid, maybe? Uh-oh, okay, uh-oh. Up we go. We got a Cyclops throwing stuff at us. Gotta keep in mind, I can't blink. Not without taking this thing off, and while that's quick, also, you played music before you streamed last night that got the first few minutes of your VOD muted. Good thing you recorded it. I'm a little surprised that the VOD... Was it the Samurai Champloo soundtrack stuff? That'll tell me what to avoid for the future. Maybe I'll just do like OC remixes or something from now on. But yeah, of course I recorded it. I always record. Only one time have I had a problem where I didn't record. Samurai Champloo on one of the VODs. Yeah, I don't know. God, I hate copyright. Copyright is just a disgusting system in America, at least, which is essentially the whole world at this point. Really makes content creators get screwed over. Copyright is basically unethical, more or less, and it's like, I believe in people being able to protect their intellectual property, but, I don't know, man, playing a song on a small channel, is it really, you know, I tell you what the biggest problem with copyright is, it's the fact that it's not necessarily the laws, it's the fact that these companies bend over backwards to you know, companies like YouTube, Twitch, whatever, they bend over backwards to let these other huge companies automate their claims. They don't have a person going through these things. You know, they have like technology, they have computer scientists like me essentially writing code that looks for particular, you know, snippets of particular songs. I tell you, if this stuff was manual, you know, you would see a lot less of this garbage. Where it's like if you had to pay guys to troll the internet for this stuff, then you wouldn't see small-time channels getting what I would call it harassment, basically. But like now it's like no effort. You just press go on the cron job or whatever to run your stupid little script that, you know, watches every single channel on Twitch, even the small ones. I mean, look how small my channel is. I have like a little over 300 followers, man. I mean, I appreciate all you guys, but like I'm not a big channel. I'm about almost as small as they come. We have like 20-some people in here right now. You know, it's not some dude that got that VOD muted. It was completely automated, and that to me is the part that seems kind of unethical. If it was manual, you'd see more legit abuse too. Would you? I think you'd see a lot less. It was Dinky. Dinky reported me, bro. No, I seriously doubt it got reported. I mean, what, to mute a VOD? Why would somebody bother? That's some very low impact trolling is what that would be. I feel like they would try to get the entire channel shit canned before they did that. I'm 100% sure there's people that would like to do that, but, you know, playing a song is not going to get the channel crushed. Only the first couple minutes of the VOD suffered. No, I mean, I think it's fully automated. It's just fully automated. It's like, did their bot download, look at the VOD, and then spot the fact that there was some stream of content that their client that their client owned. And I tell you, like, there's false positives too. You know, it could be a parody, right? I'll tell you something that happens on YouTube to me all the time. Is I don't get copyright strikes. What I get is like my alerts. Some of them, one of them is based on a Barbra Streisand song apparently, and it's one of those Gachi Moochie things. Hold on a minute, I have to actually pay attention. File floods. Okay. I think we have to blink. This is lame. Is it safe for me to move? Yeah, it is. It's going to stop being safe if I get flicked by the manticore. Completely lost my train of thought there, but I think I was basically just ranting anyways, so it's probably fine. How much damage are we looking at? 30 from this guy? Perfect. Servitor is up. I'd like to ammo, but we don't. Why do turtles have reach? Have you seen a turtle in real life? Certain turtles actually can like stretch out their necks. Don't get swamped by the manta man. No, we're okay now. I'm just gonna let my allies take this crap out. I like how my servitor does not give a shit. He just fireballs right next to himself because he's very resistant to fire. Kind of cool. Good place for a lightning rod. Okay, have fun against my servitor, bro. Okay, technically he can kill me now. Oh no, 55 damage, we're good. Still, let's put a Spire up to be safe. Cool. Gotta remember, we're on Shoals 4. This is, we're in the big leagues now. Crap. Spire it is. Or Servitor rather it is. I was trying to Iron Shot him to death, but we just missed twice. Used to be much easier to aggro your own servitor. I am told it's impossible to aggro your own servitor. Turtle's neck's length of a halberd. Maybe we need Kevin from CDDA to bring some realism into Crawl. I hear he's good at that. Nice one shot on the nymph there. Maybe those kinds of turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, are not snapping turtle base. What's the backstory of the Ninja Turtles? What did we take damage from there? We killed the Javelineer, took damage from the Sea Snake. We don't have staying power is the problem here. I'm going to use a little Descent. We won't be using Disintegrate for much longer anyway, so it's not a big loss. But yeah, we need more mana. Some way to get it back, but it's not coming, basically. There's no safe way to bring back my mana here. Not on Ashenzari. What am I going to do? Sublimation? Screw that. There were people, but they got cursed by a mighty wizard. Wait, is that true? Okay, I don't know if that's true or not. I also don't want to know if said parody exists. Oh no, that reminds me. That's what I was talking about before we got rudely interrupted by bad dudes. Yeah, so it's a parody. The alert that's the Barbra Streisand song. It's like a dude yelling into the microphone. You know, you know the clip where he's going like whoop whoop whoop. Like it's a guy yelling into the microphone, and it is not the actual song. But the algorithm is, like I said, it's crap code. So it hears something that sounds kind of like it. But the thing is, parody is like the clearest, one of the most straightforward examples of what's considered to be fair use, aka copyright does not apply. And that's one of the reasons why the copyright system, as enforced by channels like you know, YouTube and social media basically, but mostly YouTube, mostly Twitch, those two things, that copyright system is being abused horribly by these companies because they don't care if it's a parody or not. Their automated system's going to catch it one way or the other. And the default is that the user, me, you know, the little guy, the default is he gets screwed over, and the MPAA or whatever, like all those RAA, all those companies, they can do no wrong. All the copyright holders, they're assumed to be correct by default. And that's the problem with the system. There are no consequences for the claimer if they falsely claim. They should have to, like, pay me 20 bucks or something for every false claim they make against me, you know? Because it's like, ultimately, you're putting a burden onto the person, the content creator, right? If they have to, like, prove it every single time. And so there should be a burden. I mean, absolutely you should be able to protect your copyright, but if you falsely claim, there need to be consequences. The incentives are all fucked up, you know? And until there are incentives the other way, this is going to continue. It's going to get worse. Used to be that you could dispute, be guaranteed to win, or else sued, but YouTube actually made the system worse. Yeah, exactly. And what I've had luck so far, insofar as like I just dispute it, and I'm like, look, this is a parody. You can't. It's fair use. Fuck off. And they've let it go every time. But if they chose to say no, it's ours, good luck fighting that as a little guy. I don't know how that process goes, because it hasn't happened to me yet. They've always released the claim, but or I've decided to mute the audio to speed it up. But you know, I can't imagine. It's like you say, like I can't imagine that it works out well for the little guy, you know. And again, you're talking about a YouTube channel. I mean, I don't know exactly how many subscribers I have on YouTube, but it's probably not much more than my Twitch. And it just goes to show this is fully automated. There's no human involved at any level. It's just abusable. And the person who gets abused is, of course, the person with less money, you know. It's like when you're a big corporation, you can do whatever the hell you want, but you're like a small-time content creator, you get the middle finger. Jim Sterling, he literally copyright claims his own videos because if there's multiple claimants, none of them can get revenue. That's hilarious. I mean, I don't even have that much to complain about compared to somebody who actually makes money off their YouTube. Like, my YouTube's not big enough. I don't get enough views yet to make money off ads. So I have ads just sort of turned off entirely. But nevertheless, it would piss me off quite a bit for somebody else to be making money off of my content over a false copyright claim. Like, that does not sit well with me. So, you know, I don't know what exactly the answer there is. Thankfully, I haven't had like a long-term issue with it yet, but eventually I will have to deal with that with a claim that doesn't just go away, and I'll probably just mute the audio to make it go away. Oh, damn, dude. Look at that. 2 exclamation points on the merfolk throwing a simple tomahawk, and that's just a regular merfolk. He does 22 damage. It's 22 base damage. That's not bad. And then you look at tomahawks, that's another 6 damage, so 28 damage possible. It's no joke. So we're going to Ice Blast, I think. We'll Lightning Blast through our... Okay, how much damage can he do? 25 plus Demon Trident of Freezing. He can't kill us. We're going to Acid to kill both of them. The answer is a better platform. Okay. Call me when there is an effective alternative to Twitch. Right now there is an effective alternative to YouTube. I don't know if like a new content creator could really develop an audience on BitChute, but maybe. I mean, I will say this, they seem to be walking the walk when it comes to free speech stuff, so I like that. But it's not a streaming service. You know, where's the Twitch alternative? Where's the alternative to Twitch that doesn't, you know, get down on their knees and do whatever the copyright claimers want? Wait until Google develops a better Twitch. Ah, from the same fascists who developed YouTube comes an equally authoritarian streaming platform. I love it. I trust it entirely. I'm sure that Google would never do anything evil. Oh, Josh, I thought you were being sarcastic. I didn't know you were serious. Yeah, no, I don't think Google's gonna save us here. None of the big companies will. It's all about money. You know, all of these huge companies are in bed with each other. They, you know, and this isn't even getting into my usual, the usual tear I get on with regards to politics, where they all have the same politics. Forget the politics, man. When it comes to copyright, it's all greed, you know? And nothing motivates these companies but money. And ordinarily, that's not really a problem because it's like it's expected, right? You're a company, your goal is to make money. I understand, fine. But hey, let's grab this Morningstar for an RLX swap. It takes away our RF plus, so we can't wear it all the time. Hosting VODs is expensive. Sure, but I mean, something tells me Twitch is not hurting for money, given the amount of well, I don't want to say what what I'd like to say because I'm sure I would probably get in trouble. But I think you know the type of streamers I'm talking about that pull. I don't know. I saw this one chick the other day who made like her leaderboard. I looked at the all-time and she had made like $10,000 off the same dude. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of person donates $10,000 to a person on the internet that they're never even going to meet. Twitch is AWS, is it? That's interesting. Anyway, we finished our shoals action here. So we have a rune. Still no more shields, I bet. Yep, just the buckler. Okay, let's hit up Snake Pit. Mentally ill person. See whales for microtransaction culture. Oh yeah, of course, right. Amazon does own Twitch. But that's the thing, that's another example of, like, you know, you trace back all this stuff, it's all owned by the same 3-4 companies. You know, YouTube is Google, Twitch is Amazon, Facebook owns Instagram. You know, it's a very, very narrow group of companies. Let's close that door. Let's wear the Arlec. Nice. It's a very narrow, tiny group of companies. And they all have the same politics, they all have the same dispositions towards copyright claims, they all want to enforce a very particular agenda that really doesn't differ from company to company. They're all on the West Coast, what do you expect? You know, so their ideas on free speech, for example, are pretty much the exact same. You've got dudes who have been banned from all of these platforms on the same day, and they want to pretend like there's no collusion between these corporations. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They all talk to each other. They all plan together, and they all have the same ideas of what should be allowed on the internet and what shouldn't. So it's a problem. It's a problem. Fire Festival. I remember Fire Festival. They did indeed say they were going to start a. They were going to do some kind of like the biggest show of all time, and then they just like flew a bunch of people out to an island, and it looked like a refugee camp. Aren't you worried they're going to take you down for saying the truth? Well, I'm very milquetoast and non-offensive on this particular channel, so they would have to do it with like no justification whatsoever. So I mean they could, but I don't see it happening. I have Arlec right now. There we go. I'm very careful to not say things that could get this account banned. Now could it still happen? Absolutely, and I'm pretty much prepared for that. I mean, I probably couldn't stream anymore. I mean, I would go to YouTube, and then I would probably get shit canned too eventually. Maybe try Mixer, although that's run by Microsoft, so good luck with one of these big companies, you know. Peer-to-peer streaming service. Well, that's what BitChute is working on, and you're probably going to see me go there immediately if it becomes viable, because you know I absolutely, you know, and if Twitch wants to ban me for saying this, they can. I don't trust Twitch. They have banned people for the dumbest reasons. Their turnaround time on complaints about this is abysmal. You know, it's like, oh, well, we're going to ban you a month for some utterly ridiculous thing. And then if you email us, maybe 2 weeks later, we'll admit that we screwed up. You know, and it's just the people running this obviously don't know what they're doing. They obviously give preference to certain people. You know, certain streamers are allowed to break the toss basically at will, while others suffer. They endure the lash of the spanking, so to speak, at the slightest provocation or perhaps none. Yeah, I mean, Josh Meyer, the thing is I run rosecrypto.com, so you can expect, I also have my Discord, so you can expect that, like, I mean, I really, what I should do is I should set up a mailing list for people who want my stuff, so if something happens, I can email everybody, and I may start doing that, something you can sort of voluntarily sign up for to keep track of what I'm doing. But I mean, the worst case scenario, I would publish something on rosecrypto.com that lets you guys know where to go. Yeah, Juicy Pear, there's an example. Okay. I just accidentally summoned another servitor, and what I wanted to do was summon some mana vipers. Okay, now I can't be put to sleep by this guy, but I mean, even though I'm R-poised, that doesn't mean I want to get pizzoned. So, okay, good, he's dead. Just kind of playing on autopilot as I'm talking here. It's funny, I didn't even think about it. I just excluded Isel, just completely on autopilot, even though I knew I could kill him once I thought about it. Now, what is this now? That's a weird name for a shop. Isab's Mass Market. It's just like shields and stuff. And oh, I get it. It's the mass market, masses in size, large rocks, large shields, bardages. It's big stuff. That's funny. That's a cute joke. Banned from Gmail. That's a serious thing. I've been meaning to switch to Proton Mail because that's the reality. Is that you can get banned from Gmail, and then imagine how many things that's connected to. You know, and all of these systems are incredibly abusable. People can get your Gmail shut down if they want to. It's outrageous. Also, I would use AWS for the mailing list probably. And I'm not talking about getting banned from Gmail like Gmail adds the mailing list or whatever to a spam filter. I'm talking about like your actual Gmail account. It's hardcore. People have suffered that. Okay, we're gonna try to just iron shot stuff to death in here. Oh man, we're done training. We have 15 evocations. Very good. What do we want to do, man? What do we want to do for the rest of the game? Haven't found any more books. My instinct is to just train fighting to 15 and dodging to 15. I could start training shields. Try to go for that large shield. 27 ice or riot. I mean, that's it's a cute idea. We could just start training ice with those manuals and, you know, become the master of bolting. Mid-game life crisis, yeah. Our spells are just weird. Like, I'm not used to having such a lack of selection, so to speak. I wonder if you can use Bolt of Cold to kill orbs of fire at high spell power. You feel like max damage Bolt of Cold is still less sexy than Iron Shot? I agree entirely. Iron Shot just kills everything. You know, Bolt's all right, but Hold on, how are we on Ignition? Still 100% fail rate? My instinct is to just train Fire Magic, man, and get Ignition online, but I know that's a little bit silly. Considering we have those manuals. Ring of Wizardry, we don't need that. Okay, we're gonna put on the Arlec. Let's cast Servitor again. Probably should have just fireballed him, to be honest. Here's a great place for fireball. Boom. Boom, boom. Do I have RF? Yeah, let's not fireball ourselves here. Although I'm running out of mana, so let's make a Spire. Does Ignition do anything to Orb of Fire? No, but we have Iron Shot for that. And it wrecks pretty much everything else in Zot. And I don't think we've cast Ignition even a single time. Weatherbound Book, we gotta do this vault. I knew somebody was gonna make that reference, the Val Clutch reference. Fireball's amazing, just as good as Val Clutch. What's funny is Val Clutch would have been better there because it would have hit more things, you know, and I could have backed off and been much safer. That's the real comedy. Even in like a really basic situation like that, no liches, no ancient liches, none of that stuff I always bring up. You know, what is this? 32 damage. Oh. Okay. That was a little dangerous. I forgot he could summon. Alrighty. We have deflect missiles now. About face, boys. We got a new mission. Okay, that's going to be confusing. I put Mana Vipers on M for some reason. Feel very safe from missiles. Take Charms to 10. This should be very easy on 4 Aptitude. You know, this +4 Charms Aptitude used to make Deep Elves hilariously strong because you could get Haste online really easily, but Haste is not a spell anymore. Tornado but no Glaciate. Come on, brother. We might actually get Tornado online. Honestly, no stat form either. I'm forced to play this game legit. Naga has a Halberd of Distortion. Let's go up. Why did they split enchantments? There were different devs back then. That was a long time ago. Fireball does the work, man. Turns out Servitor's really good at S branches. Who would have thought? I mean, I knew that. It's not a spell that I favor. Hello, buddy. Let's wear that Arlek. Nice. Fireball's starting to do some really good damage too. Damn. Playing .12 recently, so for you it's currently 2013. Wow, man. The Obama years. Okay, let's put this back on. We want that int +9 when possible. Really doing big work for us in terms of casting things like well, D-Missile. Okay, I need to drop some stuff. I guess I'll enchant up the dagger, whatever. What am I doing? I need to not pick up enchant weapon ever again. Wake up every morning proud. I want to keep these Tomahawks of Dispersal, even though we probably won't use them. It's just like a thing that remains useful the whole game. Crap. I want Servitor, but it's not happening for me. Okay, that's too much. More than one. I wasn't even happy to fight a single sharpshooter with only a Mana Viper at my side. But 2? Salamanders are totally immune to fire, right? Yeah, they are. So we'll Iron Shot him. In fact, Iron Shot is going to be the go-to spell in general here. Everything's hungerless now, by the way, except for Servitor. Pretty good stuff. There's my D-Missile leaving. Okay, it's back. No way I'm going to fight these without D-Missile. Yeah, no, that definitely happens as you get older. Wait until you start making references that nobody gets. The problem is, when I was a kid, I played a lot of games that were old even when I was a kid. So, like, I made a reference to Hand of Fate, like a Broderbund, or is that a Broderbund game, or... actually, I don't remember, but it was one of those really old King's Quest style games. I think it was even on DOS. Nobody knew what the hell I was talking about. You're gonna get that a lot. Yeah, exactly. Some of those old games are just really, really good, man. Maybe that was Westwood Studios. I'm going to look this up. This is important to me. Hand of Fate. That is Westwood, yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen that XKCD comic. I try not to read XKCD though, because it makes me feel like an asshole. I really don't like those comics. Or, well, some of the comics are funny, but like I really don't like the author, I guess. He made one of the worst blights on internet discussion of all time, which is, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, the free speech comic, where it says they're just showing you the door. That's all that's happening. They're just showing you the door. It's, you know, your free speech isn't being violated if you get banned from this or that. And it's a bunch of bullshit, because it's like, what it is it's sophistry. It assumes, or rather it just ignores the fact that you've got these companies that essentially have the power. It's the modern public square. It's like, well, sorry, you own, the company owns the park, and so you're not allowed to speak at the park. Okay, I'll go to a different park. Sorry, the company owns that park too. That's basically what's happening here. But that dumb, like, pretentious comic that guy made, you cannot have a discussion on the internet about free speech without some mouth-breathing idiot posting that comic at you and thinking that they won the argument. And because it's like, it's the height of sophistry, because it's, oh, I posted an image at you, so you're wrong. And you can't explain anything to these people. If somebody posts that comic, there's no, it's like, oh, well, they're a private company, they can do what they want. Like, okay, well, they have a soft monopoly, you know. We broke up the Bell system. Like, does any of this matter? But I don't know, man. It's pointless to get worked up about it, but it is frustrating. So it's like, I really don't like Randall Munroe. I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he is, which is perhaps like the number one thing you could say about that comic. It's, I don't think he's as smart as he thinks he is, the comic. Okay, this is Louise. She can not banish me. I have too much MR. However, she has the Shield of Ignorance on, so very, very fashionable Louise today. We're not getting any iron shots through that, most likely. Let's make a servitor. Let's, oops, I'm already deflecting missiles. Make a Mana Viper, make another Mana Viper. And you know what we ought to do is we ought to use our Aralek, because you know what? She's got Lightning Bolt. Now, something funny, it would appear that my servitor actually got an iron shot through. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll make another servitor. I did not want this. I did not want her to blink to me, but we'll just run back through our allies. She's going to be very annoying to take down, possibly, but looks like Fireball does the job. Now, we can actually use Large Shield of Ignorance. Yeah, Josh Meyer, I will say that some of his work is interesting. I think he should stick to the science stuff, because he's out of his depth when he starts talking about politics, starts talking about free speech, things like that, starts talking about relationships. Just stick to the quirky science stuff, you know, stay in your lane, because everything else is just cringy as hell when he starts talking about it in his comics. 15 int deep elf. Sounds good, man. Hey, now hold on there, man. Let me just turn on my cheater mace. Oh, 28 intelligence. Only goes down to 24. No, you've got a point. But if we found statue form, I don't know. I think we might have to turn this deep elf into a true warrior. 25 shield training, though, on -2 apt. I don't know if this is the most genius move I've ever had. One of my favorite XKCD comics is the one that says, it says, "I'm with her." There's just a giant ad for Hillary Clinton, and I think it was posted like the day before the election, and the subtext or whatever, when you hovered over it, said, "We can do this." I guess they couldn't. I guess they couldn't do this. I guess good old Randall was wrong on that one. Oops. I should have my elf license revoked. I don't think I have an elf license to begin with. Or did I earn an elf license by getting the high elf ice elementalist high score? No, I'll be perfectly honest, I was not with her either. Oh god! That is more shit than I thought. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, we gotta pay some real good attention to this. I think we're going to fear immediately. I could take off my mace and blink. Yeah, well I did snake second, so... Okay, let's... Okay, no, we're gonna remove the mace first. Okay, good, we did not... Excellent, okay, we did not get constricted. I thought we would have time to just take off the mace and have nothing happen, but we did not. Luckily, they chose to sort of spit on me instead. Look at this. Look at these disrespectful Nagas. Spits acid on you. Naga warrior spits acid, or acid poison on you. The Naga spits poison at you. Like, they just... I want you to picture this scene, alright? This little snake bro summons all these guys around me, and they just all start spitting on me in a circle. This feels very abusive. I'm offended. Anyway, I don't know how much I should talk about politics on this channel before I get banned. I think that saying anything in favor of Trump could get you, or anything that could be perceived as being in favor of Trump could get you banned from Twitch. I'm sure they would say that it was like, I don't know, white supremacist or something. Which is absurd, but I mean, what can you do? Snake people spit on you in a circle. That's gross, man. Oh, right, Vashni is here. It's probably... There probably are such videos. I'm cool with losing half my experience from this. Alright, buddy. Alright, Vashnia. Goodbye. I need my mana back, and I need my D-missile back. And then we just iron shot her to death. Because Fireball's just not cutting it today. She had a... I thought that was the case. She has a Naga Barding of Fire Resist. There you go. Okay, so this is a bit of an issue. We don't want this Anaconda to get the constrict on us. Could try for the paralysis. That's 64%. I think we will. And it finally does work. But at what cost? Let's put the Spire here. Mana Viper. Mana Viper. I don't want to leave the staircase, but I think I have to. Iron Shot to kill that. Iron Shot to kill that. And Iron Shot to kill that. Okay. That worked out. Trying to really not use resources here if I can get away with it, you know? Like, yeah, we want to clear these floors, but we're on Snake 4 now, and we're heading into tougher places after this, so, you know, having more resources is good. That was an intense moment. That was either a bruh moment or possibly a gamer moment. I don't know. It was some kind of moment. Uncap sticks to snakes to add a pool of Black Mamba, Anaconda, Naga Mage, and Gold Dragons. I think you started getting into non-snakes there somewhere halfway in, man. Actually, if your spell power gets high enough, on sticks to snakes, you should just turn into a naga. You well, only if you're a vine stalker though, because you're the stick and you turned into the snake. I wish we had ammo. That'd be good here. Good. Okay, now for the true meme. Fireball to give myself steam clouds. With File of Floods. Okay, I guess we need to dig a little bit. Actually, I probably don't need to, but I'm gonna, just to be sure. Yeah, I probably didn't need to dig, but you know what? Better safe than sorry, right? Let these guys endure my servitor. Know nothing about what that means. What's this now? The political implications of dying to a horde of snakes while defending your right to not get political would have bordered on irony. Yeah, I thought the snake was like, don't tread on me. I thought that was like a freedom thing. I'm not sure if I guess it would be kind of ironic. Wish Fireball had just slightly more range. Good news is we're making so much noise with these fireballs that, I mean, we're probably pulling stuff out of the end vault, to be honest. You know, all successful politicians probably are snakes. I mean, the amount of lying that you have to do to be a successful politician is quite high, I imagine. And that goes for any type of politician. Left, right, I don't care. Ultimately, people in power, I think, usually care about literally one thing and one thing only in terms of like what's most important to them, and that's maintaining power. Vermin Supreme. Well, I guess meme joke politicians maybe don't count under that statement. Yeah, pretty much Spacebot. Although some people use it to refer to, well, like in spaces controlled by just random people like Discord servers and stuff, a lot of the time you'll see rules that say, well, no politics. But it's not actually a rule against no politics, it's like a rule against the politics that they don't like. What it usually means is like no conservative ideas in my experience. Like the roguelike server is a great example of this. They did this whole thing for Pride Month, which is fine. You know, they can do what they want. There's like no problem with it. But it's asinine to suggest that's not a political thing. You know, like half the country wouldn't think that's a political thing, or maybe like a third. I don't know exactly how many, but a significant amount of people would consider that, you know, throwing your weight behind Pride Month to be a political statement. Why do you think all these companies do it? Because it's I don't think they give a shit about like the LGBT people. I think they just know that it's a good way to make money, but it's still a political statement. But it's like, you know, they did this whole sticky for that. But then they also have a rule: don't get political, and they even referenced it, if I recall correctly. It said something like, "Well, we don't consider this to be politics." It's like, well, that's fine, but it's not really true. You know, like You define, generally, I don't know exactly how you define the word politics, but to me it seems like anything that's like remotely controversial, that a significant number of people would consider to be controversial. So let me see, these messages from a certain perspective, all communication has a political context. Okay, you could make that argument. Like nothing is unpolitical. I've seen people say that. I could get behind that. I mean, if you think about it, almost nothing in life is untouched by like your values, your religious beliefs, the way that you go about living your life, the way that you think others should live their lives. There really is there's very little that's not touched by that, unless you're someone who doesn't think about it very much, which a lot of people are. But those who do, I mean, yeah, I guess you could make the argument that everything is political. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, to me, exactly, Tony. It always felt very pandering to me. You know, like Twitch, for example, has about 1 billion pride emojis, and you're not allowed to make like emojis of political figures. Like, you can't get too political on Twitch, and yet they'll do pride emojis, and those are extremely political. If you ask anybody, you know, approaching the right wing, I would say, you know, they might not have a problem with it. I don't really have a problem with it, but it does seem like it's pandering, and it certainly is political. You know, if I was gay, I think I would feel extremely exploited by these companies. You know, whenever they make a huge deal out of it for an entire month. I mean, I would feel like they're using me as like a football, basically, to make more money, because it's not a controversial statement, I don't think, among you know, these companies, you know, the gestalt thinking of 2019 America, you know, among the circles who advertise things or whatever, like these companies on the West Coast and whatnot. That's not really a controversial statement to say, well, I'm pro pride or whatever. It's a nice, safe way to make more money. And I would feel that it's exploitative if it was any kind of thing like that, you know. Do you feel exploited legit? Right, exactly. And I'm glad to hear you say that, because I've always thought, you know, if I was gay, I would feel like they're just trying to, you know, they're making money off my identity or whatever. That's all they're doing. They don't, I mean, do you think these dudes in suits actually give a singular shit about like whether a gay person is discriminated against? Do you think they care? Of course not. You know, these dudes in these big companies, Google, whatever, like, they don't give a shit. They just want more money. They just want to find nice, safe ways to make money. Let's get, oh god, I screwed up. Oh, hi, Mark. I got marked. Gonna go upstairs. Some of them might, yeah, I mean, I'm not speaking for every single one, but the choices they make as a company, don't you think it's a little naive to assume that they're making these choices based on, you know, oh, we actually believe this? Or are they making choices based on what's going to make the company the most money? You know? That's all I'm saying. Corporations aren't people. I don't give a crap what the Supreme Court says. The Citizens United, is that what you're talking about? That was an interesting court decision, where they decided that corporations can be people, I think, for the purposes of political donations. I'm sure that had interesting side effects, right? Prepaid linen. I missed your message, but that is a strong take, and I think I agree with it entirely. If it was legal for these companies to hunt you down and kill you and make money off that somehow, the corporate hounds would be at your door. I agree with that. I think that's true, man. Ethics does not enter into it for even a second. Like, do you really think that these big companies can, once you get big enough, you got to keep increasing your earnings, man. You got to keep going up. If you're not going up, you're going down. You know, they can't afford to care about stuff in a genuine way. And that's why you see companies like Google just like unashamedly doing things that like maybe 40 years ago would have gotten them busted for being for being a monopoly, you know, like that lawsuit against Microsoft. That was like a good example of winning the battle and losing the war for the government, I mean, and by extension, the American people. And what I'm saying is I think that Microsoft lost that, but what do we have today, you know? We have a much worse situation today. Like, oh no, Microsoft was packaging some stuff together? Like, okay. I'd like to go back to that and not this sort of hell world where a handful of people in Silicon Valley get to decide whether I'm allowed to have a livelihood or not. Tort reform. I've been directly affected by tort reform after I sued somebody for hitting me with a car. Purposefully hitting me with a car. I learned all about tort reform during that process. There was a whole bunch of extra steps I had to go through because of tort reform. Okay, I don't want to make a fool of myself and say the wrong thing, but I want to say it has to do with, basically the idea is that you've got a tort, you've got like a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit against somebody for some reason, you're trying to get money out of them as compensation for something they did. You know, and the thing is that there's a lot of frivolous lawsuits like that. And tort reform, I believe, was centered around the idea of fixing the system so that I think the main goal was to make less of these things actually make it to trial, so as to unburden the court system. At least that's how it was explained to me by my attorney. And so that meant that like we had to do certain things, like before we could go to trial, we had to do a mediation, you know, which is like you sit down in a room and some third party, usually an attorney or an ex-attorney, will go from one room to the other room where the other guy is, and you try to agree upon how much money would settle the case, you know. Tort reform is the idea that our courts are swamped by misuse. Right, exactly. Now, my case happened to be legitimate, but it's not to say that many are not. Another thing that tort reform did, and this is really getting into legal, really deep legal lore, but like, for example, there's this thing, and I think I probably can't remember the actual name of it, but it's, you know how many cases, almost all cases, in fact, when you sue somebody, almost nothing goes to court these days. Usually things are settled outside of court, and I learned that the defending side, the defending attorney, can make what's called an offer. I think it's called an offer of judgment. This is part of tort reform. And by the way, all this stuff gets abused. It gets abused by nasty attorneys to basically try to win without going to court, and they use it tactically. It all turns into a tactic, you know. And I won against these people, but I learned just how slimy the court system can be. So the offer of judgment is something, how did it go? They can make like a settlement offer to you, and then it has a side effect inside the trial. Like if they make an offer to you, and then you end up winning less, I think it's, yeah, if you end up winning in the court case, like if you refuse their offer of judgment, and then you go to court and you win, but you win less than what they otherwise would have given you. I think you have to like pay their attorney's bills or something like that. That didn't end up happening, but they tried to use that against me. But there's, yeah, it's, as you say, the legal system largely is a way, it's either a way for the rich to bully the poor, or a way for wealthy people to get away with bad behavior. And I don't necessarily mean criminal cases either, definitely in the civil as well, but criminal, I mean, think about it. If you're like a broke-ass guy and you get yourself a public defender, 99 times out of 100, he's going to say, take the deal. And you take a deal, you go on probation or something, or you go to jail, you just like voluntarily do that, you don't go to trial. He's not going to fight for you. You gotta give somebody the money, you know, the big piles of money if you want an actual vigorous defense in a criminal case. It's outrageous. But that's just how the system works, man. All right, so I've been talking about things that are not dungeon crawl for a very long time. We got through Snake, and we got through Shoals, so we have 2 runes. That went almost smooth as butter. This is what happens when you actually use the spells you're supposed to use. We have not found more ice spells. We are still training fighting up to 15, a little bit of hit points there. Shall we go try our luck with Elf again? People call it Crawl, Dungeon Crawl, DCSS, Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. But what about Crawlstone? Why not Crawlstone? It's a good name, that is a good name, but it kind of reminds me of Cold Stone Creamery. You ever heard of that? It's an ice cream shop. This discussion is fascinating. I mean, it's funny because, like, I talk about, you know, I get into these kinds of discussions about random stuff all the time, and it's kind of like blog posting, I guess, but I don't think I've ever had anybody complain about it, except for, like, this one totally crazy guy who occasionally makes accounts on Reddit to spam me with, like, 17 pages of his opinions. Other than him, I haven't had anybody complain about it, so... Did we nope out of Elf earlier this run? Hey, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the near-death experience that I had. But, yes. Yes, we did. Maybe I should start a podcast? Maybe. I mean, I've been meaning to do that for a while, to talk about crypto and stuff. Like, I made some, like, crypto videos a long time ago on sort of just various crypto topics, like how to get into Bitcoin and whatnot safely. But, like, I did that very, I don't want to say that it had a high production value, because it's like, obviously I'm not the best video editor in the world or anything, it's more like a PowerPoint, but still, some work went into it. It was very planned out, there was a script written. I made myself sound like I'm a lot more articulate than I actually am by cutting it up and taking out all the ums and uhs and such things. We weren't even an orc. How did we get here? I got teleported by a gnome with a wand of teleportation, you see? You would listen to my podcast. Well, I appreciate that. Maybe I'll, so I have a subscribe star. I closed my Patreon a while back because I don't think having a Patreon is very ethical on account of some of the things that they've done. But what I might do is I could make that like a, that could be interesting. I could do like a subscribe star thing where it's like you have access to the podcast if you give me like $5 a month, and then maybe I would make it like public later on, you know, like the subscribers get it a week early or something. That could be interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, Josh Meyer, I think you might be being sarcastic, but I do appreciate it. I mean, it is nice. Are these things fast? Yeah, they are. No, it's absolutely very, very. I am grateful that people want to hear what I have to say, because it's a good feeling. I don't think that always happens for people, so it is. It's very nice. I just like to talk with you and have my opinion look better because of being next to yours. Wow, that's my feelings, bro. Feelings are hurt. Yeah, Patreon, yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I prefer things like, you know, the Brave web browser that has the basic attention token cryptocurrency built in. It's kind of like Patreon, where you can donate to people through that. I like Subscribestar because they have a very explicit dedication to free speech. That YouTube service it's ridiculous. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's like you said, like, why would you... The high sub people? Really? It's a cash grab, is what it is. Should do a crowdfunder for your life if you want money. I mean, of course I want money. You guys want to crowdfund my my new computer so I can bring myself to build a Windows machine? I mean, I don't want to become known as like the e-beggar guy, but I do put a lot of time into these streams and stuff. I don't think it would be like the worst thing to just say, hey, look, if you guys want to support the channel, then you can. Got to make it have snappy visuals. Are you talking about the crowdfund? What are you talking about exactly? I mean, I've always wanted to do like a Kickstarter for a game. I just need to turn some of the ideas that I've written down into fun visuals. $4,000 DCSS stream? No. Or are you talking about like 4K graphics? Oh crap, Jesus. Okay, that's damage. Spire, emergency button. Josh Meyer, I would agree that there's more dignity in the former. I mean, I'm still working on that fantasy novel I told you guys about. If you want to buy that, that'd be awesome. That should be out before too long. I've been kind of stalled out. The ending was very abrupt, and I had to write some extra stuff for it. I also need to do like finish up this final pass on the edits. Let me buy these Scrolls of Blinking. But that's going to be out super, super soon. All I really need to do is finish that last edit and sort of navigate the Amazon Direct or whatever, it's Kindle Direct system, which they're gonna take an arm and a leg out of my profits, I'm sure, but at least I know exactly how they're screwing me, whereas the traditional publishing industry seems a little opaque. That's your jam? Well, I appreciate that, but I think I'm pretty much done. Let's drop the Staff of Cold. Let's poetry teacher, huh? That's interesting. That is, I've had a lot of people talk about their professions on this channel, but I have not heard poetry teacher before. What made you want to do that, man? Need to drop some stuff. Jesus, dude, you could have just gone me. Oh, it's Trog. Alright, I'm going to tell him what I really think of him. Of this jock calling me a nerd. But we win every time. I wonder, would this character have been better off going Trog? Probably. Probably, even if it is a Deep Elf. I mean, I did say I might play a Deep Elf Berserker, but I was overruled, basically. Only one person wanted me to play Deep Elf Berserker, and I think 3, 4, 5 people asked me to play the DESu, so... That's really cool, Josh Meyer. I mean, if you can have that kind of impact on people, then that's great. I mean, I think you're absolutely right, dude. Easily swayed by meme. DB is pretty memey, too. Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at my items here, trying to see what I want to drop. I think we have 50 slots. We have 50 slots, so I mean, honestly, I think I'm going to drop this Dagger of Venom. We don't need that anymore. Okay. Okay. DB a bigger meme than Mubi? I disagree. DB is actually a good start, even if it's tedious. I don't think Mubi is a good start. Of course, it all depends on what exactly we mean when we say a combo is a meme. Alright, this guy. Get nice blasted, bruh. Also, we need D-Missile back up. Well, it sounds like your heart's in the right place, Josh. I mean, if you can make life better for people, that's one of the best things you can do with your life, I think. Maybe I'll become an inspirational speaker. All of my speeches just like devolve into rants about freedom of speech. Are there any good Mummy starts? Well, Mummy is a challenge race for sure. But yeah, I mean, Mummy Artificer is amazing. Any kind of Artificer is amazing. It's hard to go wrong playing an Artificer. Mummy Necromancer is okay, and that's probably the one we're going to play. Everything else is either middling to bad, I would say. we need that MR plus robe. Well, we're already wearing an MR plus robe, so it's only 2 AC, and the thing is we only have 1 scroll of Remove Curse, so that's one of the reasons why we haven't fooled around with this stuff just yet. Okay, amulet, the amulet Kulakab. Kulakab. That's, we don't need that. Is there anything in here I care about? Not really. I mean, there's our core, but we've already got that from these boots. I know these boots are giving us int -4, but having our core all the time is actually quite nice. Next character should worship Trog. Because you want me to play a Mooby? I don't want to play a Mooby. It's a very bad start if you ask me. The fact that, and it is kind of wild that Trog Berserk doesn't work on Undead. I don't know why that's the case. You would think that if anything could overcome restrictions, it should be God abilities. And I might change that in my fork to where Undead can Berserk, but only from Trog, you know? Mooby is really good. Once you get out of the early game, you know, like, every combo. Yeah, I mean, sure, Mooby, absolutely. But, yeah, to survive the early game, you really want to be an Artificer. Or a Necromancer. Necromancer's really not bad. You get 0 aptitude, which is okay. You get no damage from the pain spell. No backlash damage. It's not bad. Man, look at us just crapping on these elves now. Couldn't we have done this before? I wish we had Immolate. Or Swiftness, even? Well, even Trog's Hand doesn't do a whole lot for you as the Mooby, other than, I mean, okay, you get a little bit of regen, and you get the MR. It's nice to have the MR, I guess, but we found Discord at some point. That could be okay to get online, but I sure wish we had Glaciate. We could have some real fun with that in those manuals. I prefer Mummy Wizard, you say? Yeah, Mummy Wizard is definitely the Mega Zig start if you're trying to play a mummy in lots of zigs. And maybe we could, maybe I could show that off sometime if you wanted to see it. They start with a lot of intelligence is the reason why you would prefer that start. And it's not a terrible start either. I mean, Magic Dart is really not bad. And like mummy aptitudes are crappy, but you know, your Magic Dart always hits, which is nice. You've talked about wanting a mummy that isn't awful, but I think you shouldn't have a mummy that's good. Why do you say that? Anyway, let's just keep backing off. This is too much stuff. I don't want to take risks here. Try to make it to the staircase. Wow, nice missed iron shot there, bro. Do we finish him off or do we leave? It's funnier if it's just mediocre. Well, I'm also on a world record streak, man. Like, how much danger do you want me to put myself in exactly? Let's go up. The problem is, like, if I lose this streak, I don't know, I've probably reversed myself a couple times on this, but, like, it would be real damn disappointing, I have to say, to lose in the end. At the last gasp, just lose because of RNG in the early game, don't you think? And that's a serious threat. That's a serious threat on a mummy start that's subpar. Why not finish him off? We didn't have the mana. I didn't want to burn resources if I didn't have to. See, look, we can kill him. By the way, let's look over here real quick. Exclude. And is that the only entrance? Yeah, it is. Pretending like any mummy Stardust could. I could streak, regardless of RNG, I think I could streak Mummy Artificers indefinitely, just because the Artificer start is so good. The game would have to work really hard to RNG me down on a Mummy Artificer. Or any Artificer. Oh, a Mummy Summoner, or as I like to call it, a Mummy Mommy. I doubt I'm going to be playing a Musu. I already had too much fun in this DESu, you see. Okay, so we put the Spire here, so we can't be Hellfired. Okay, Mana Vipers. Oh, this is more than I'd like. Put up another Spire. There we go. Now we have a ton of damage possible, believe it or not, just from these Earth Elementals. 80, and then whatever he decides to do, so we're going to walk away. Walk away, order them to attack. We're walking towards the guy and away from his allies. Normally I can just sort of ignore the Earth Elementals, but man, they do pack a punch. .12 had no summon limit? Oh god. I don't, I mean, certainly that would be very strong. But I don't know. I don't want to go back to old versions for this streak. You know somebody would say that it doesn't count, you know? Not that I really care, but still. Okay, we got to 15 fighting. Oh, that's weird. I did the fireball and something behind him died. Still have D-Missile up. Alright, it doesn't count, not on Trunk. Hell no, man. Trunk is where the bugs are. I don't have to play on Trunk. I refuse. I refuse to believe that. Maybe we'll find Glaciate in the End Vault. Wouldn't that be nice? I think we're just going to train Conjurations. You know? But hey, why don't we Ice Blast this fella? Finish him off. Go up. Go back down. I already did a Spriggan of Trog in this streak. I don't think we played a Spriggan Berserker. I don't... Streak, Malcolm Rose. I'm pretty sure there's no Spriggan Berserker. Yeah, there's no Spriggan Berserker, but it is possible that I went Trog on a Spriggan. Malcolm is like a centaur. He prefers to play on Staple. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember playing a Spriggan of Trog, but it's definitely possible. No, we got to play a Mummy next time because we're trying to make every species and every background represented in the streak. And that'll be the case if we just win a Mummy of any variety. Okay, that's not how you do that. It would be... I think it's God equals Trog. How about Malcolm Rose, God equals Trog? And then I gotta do a start. Maybe this is right? There you go. Yeah, so there's no Spriggans that ended the game worshipping Trog in my entire entire everything. Not bad. It's becoming increasingly risky to wear this mace, but man, it's hard for me to say no. It's hard for me to say no to having +9 intelligence. It's kind of lame because I've been pumping strength, but on the other hand, even if I keep wearing this thing, it has strength penalties, so we don't want to get stat zeroed now, do we? Oh man. File of Floods time. Spire time. Walk away time. Turned into a... He used his lost soul to do the whole ghostly thing on me. God, Fireball's good. Luckily we have D-Missile, or else these Master Archers would scare the hell out of me. What are the odds of that? Pretty damn high if I meet Clown Pies, man. Clown Pies can do, I think, like 5 stat damage to you. Hey, Tony knows what's up. With clowns, not bad. Happy to lose experience here from fighting with summons. If it means that I don't risk getting LCS'd for like 102 damage. Uh-oh. How much fog we got? 8? Pretty good. Spire. Okay, good. Probably put another Spire up right here. I think we can fight all this. Uh-oh. This is okay. He can't hit us if there's guys in between us and him. He could with Corrosive Bolt, but we're too far away. Need to play Musk or Muck because they're the only Moo words? Hell no. I guess a Musk would be like tolerable, kind of, but it's a Scald and I hate Scalds, so did you abandon me for Zen? Trog is asking in the bottom right. No, I never abandon Trog. Ever. So we found a Slay -4 ring with Senv on it, and RN++. That's actually really good. I don't care about Slay on this guy, do I? That is an Int ring. And then I'd like to have the evasion ring, but we're kind of using our other things. We have our poise from this ring. I'd say that the Muck, by the way, is by far worse than a Musk, but both are pretty bad. Are we immune to Ancient Liches yet? 3% slow. See, this is interesting because this offers to give us RN++, but it takes away our R poise. It's one of the reasons I'd like to be in stat form. Let's see if we get any good books here. I'm not going to try to make these decisions without knowing. Oh boy! Oh boy! Arlek, okay, that changes things. Okay. Manual of Long Blades, we don't need that. Hot diggity damn, you guys! I think we're going to end up not using stat form. on a caster. Can you believe it? I think we're playing a real caster boy, and all it took was me playing a deep elf. Third manual of ice. What's the end game? I don't know yet. We found these boots is the thing, and it takes away my strength, so that tells me statue form's probably not it. I don't even know you. We didn't find any books. Damn, dude. So it's like it's both good and bad. Both good and bad. I want to be using Glaciate because that's the fun. He's a scroll. It's true. He caught me. We only have one remove curse, but there's more. And then there's that vault over here that we haven't done yet, so we can go grab them out of there. Is there anything in here that I care about? Oh god. It's that bug again. Sorry? One second. Sorry about your eyeballs there. Let me fix this. Every time I'm streaming, this has happened literally every time that I play for long enough, my browser starts wigging out and doing that exact stuff, just like going white, full on white. And I don't know if it was like some kind of update they did to the JS, or if it's just my browser messing up or what. But if I close the window and open it up again, it's fine. So I'm not that interested in debugging it if there's such an easy solution to it. Anyway, fixed. So let me take one more look at all this stuff. Subscribe seam, it's just subscribe. There, Trog. Not gonna lie, you're using way too much magic. It's true. Okay. Huh. We have the money for some things. Keep that in mind. Well, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go get the remove curse scrolls. So let's go into lair. Okay, it didn't want to let me go there. No, not there. Okay, go into lair, and then we're going to, sorry, this is being a little bit slow. Go outside the vault. Okay, go in. Oh, I should check. What's this guy do? Just shock? That's no big deal. Okay, this is kind of annoying. Let's Ice Blast. Oh god. Oh, that's very bad. Holy shit. Oh man, we could die here. I didn't realize he had a +10 spear. Oh, this is very bad. Yeah, he got zerked and he immediately, of course he's fast, so he immediately hit me for a ton of damage. Can't fear him. He's berserked. Probably the right move is paralysis. That's, nope, 16%, that's not going to do it. And we're wearing this freaking mace again. But if I take it off, he'll probably hit me and kill me. We could probably Ligma. That gives me AC. 27 damage though, god damn. Yeah, no, I know. Fuck. Wow, we could actually die to this stupid vault. That would be unfortunate. Made a lot of mistakes like this game. Now, File doesn't do it because he has reach. He has reach from the spear. So even if it bounces him like it's supposed to, he's still... no, we don't have fan. You'll make Gamafunk happy, you must not die. Yeah, Ligma gives some hit points, but it's 27 plus 10 spear, and he acts quickly, so he could still kill us. Like, Ligma might be the right move, and then if we survive, like, spam heal wounds. We can't kill him in one hit. We have nothing that can kill him in one hit. Yeah, no, it's a Trog meme for sure. So there's a couple of moves here. We could Phantom Mirror, and I think the Phantom Mirror acts immediately, and that could kill the rider. We could take off. What we could do is we could take off the mace. Oh fuck! He already hit me once though. He didn't hit me twice, and my last action was a... What was my last action? Ice Blast, I guess? Yeah, 0.3 turns to unwield, but remember, he's hasted. Probably only gets one swing. Probably. But he definitely will get one. 27 plus the plus 10 spear. That's a lot of damage, man. Just with the bonus alone, that could kill me. Of course, it could miss. Unwield would win. And I think the Ghost... Yeah, the Ghost just acted, so he probably wouldn't get an action. They attack at normal speed. Well, with Berserk, he attacks at double speed. He's considered hasted. Why can't we just control Q? 1.5, or not double, yeah, 1.5, you're right. So I guess there's a chance. We're dropping this mace after this if we survive. It's nearly fucked me over way too many times. The comedy option is just to spam heal wounds and hope that the Servitor kills the 0 to 1 turn. I think we're going to unwield. Let me take this very slowly. Here's the other thing. We could box, or not box. We could sack. We have 15 evocations. So box very well might net him, but then again he might act so quickly that he goes out of the web and then proceeds to beat my ass anyway. So that seems bad to me. Spam heal wounds, that's probably bad. Quaff agility, that's kind of a comedy option. I think we unwield. And then we like blink super far over here. Quaff haste. Figure it out. We could actually, no, we could blink like all the way over here, actually. That'd be good. Unwield has got to be, it's got to be unwield, right? God, I wish their MR wasn't so high. Work out how fast he is? He's just a speed 10 monster that's haste. I could be able to safely exit, but I mean, like, the thing is we're unwielding. Okay, we just unwielded safely. I'm going to do a little jig now, but you can't see it because there's no camera. But I assure you I'm doing a dumbass little dance. He's going to get 2 actions now as soon as I blink. So we're not quite out of the fire yet. FR, make quaffing, haste, and instant action. Spire won't work because he's got the reach, you know. I think we just blink like to the exit. Or no, the thing is, if I go to the exit, he might be able to hit me. I honestly think we just like blink up here. Yeah, he can he use his... Oh, that's a good question. That I don't know. But he covers ground quickly is the thing, so he can get to me very quickly. Blink to the altar and worship Trog. Okay. Okay. Read scroll of blinking. Yes. I'm gonna go as far as possible, and we'll just bounce away if it looks like he can reach me. Hold on a second. I don't want to fat finger the keyboard here. Blinking. Yes. See, look how quick he goes. Blinking. Yes. Blinking. Yes. Heal wounds. Okay, whew. He next to me, boy. All right. He's a fast boy. But we got a little more hit points, so that's good. That should have been a haste. Blinking. Burning. This is why you save your blinks, man. All right, now I think we either File of Floods or we Phantom Mirror. File of Floods at least blocks him for it. No, I think we sack. I don't know. Sack could fail. File of Floods is at least going to give me some allies. So, okay, so that fucks me. If I take a step up, sack time. No, I think we take a step up because he'll get at most one hit on me, even with his giga speed. He got 0. Okay. Blink. Yes. Down here. Now it's sack time. Did I get that ghost killed via servitor? Yeah. I did. Alright, buddy, enjoy fighting yourself. Fuck off. Trog. Blink spell is corrupt. Blink evoke or blink scroll. Someone else casted it. Yeah, not sure if I'm buying it. He's slow now. Alright, we lived. We lived, guys. We lived through the horror. Through the fire and the flames, we carried on. Honestly, still terrified. I'm shaking a little bit, I'll be honest.
DESu, 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 DESu,
Alrighty.
DESu, 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 DESu.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think that was about as good as that play could possibly have been. There is a buckler here. All of that for a drop of remove curse. Take his anti-magic spear. You know, that is the spear of rubbish, and that encounter was rubbish, I have to say. And so is that spear. Man, I feel like a pit in my stomach now. I'm like, I think doing that actually made me hungry. I used so many, I thought so hard that the brain power I used, it's like burned calories. Alright, so that mace is going away. I still have 3 blink scrolls, and man, that mace almost just effed me over, so we're going to drop all this stuff. Let me think about this. What staves do we have? We have we have Staff of Conjuration. Okay. Increased heart rate. Oh yeah. I had like some trembling hands, like I said, so. Alright, so first of all, we're gonna go ahead and curse item on the staff. And that, believe it or not, that's how you get spellcasting with Ashenzari. Alright, Josh Meyer, look at me, I have EMT training. I know how the body works. No, actually, that is interesting, thank you. Yep, that's spellcasting. You gotta specifically curse a staff. Not a quarterstaff, but an enhancer staff of some sort. Or any kind of magical staff, really. Hey, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. Come on, college boy. 113 bits. Climbing up that leaderboard.
He lives.
Thanks, man. The boy who lived. It's true. I gotta stop making misplays like that, though. I'm embarrassing myself. All right, let me go to D. Hold on. I know there's an ogre mage on D15. Am I immune to him now? Sort of. Hey, thanks for the follow, Gal Diablo. Gonna go to D15. Okay. By the way, we're getting nice enhancers. You feel a surge of power is what it says down here at the bottom because of this cool staff, so perhaps we should have been using this the whole time. Just dropped a third. Did I miss someone else outbidding you? Refresh the page because I see you at number 2. Blue has, wow, that's cute. He has 420 bits there. I just noticed that. You have 224, and Man, or Pure Man, as he shows up on Twitch, has 120 or 112. So probably mobile is just lying to you. We have 124 hit points now. That's actually not bad. Plus 46 from the mana. Oh, right. Our spell hunger went up on account of... switching off the +9 intelligence, but man, I don't care. I'll eat a lot of rations if I have to. I like to curse staves of energy for this reason. Okay, Star Drain Ring with an amazing collection of things on it. RLEC, RN+, MR+++. That looks endgame to me. I mean, wow. Now we got a lot of interesting choices. Because I was thinking about this ring. Oh, that does have our poise on it. Or wait, no, what am I wearing? Okay. Can I try to pronounce the name of the ring? Which one? Tikierg. Tikierg. It's like a pirate. Ring of Malcolm Rose +++. Not only does it say MR like my initials, it is something I favor quite a bit. Okay. See, this is interesting. We're going to end up with like way more MR than we possibly need. In fact, there's no reason to wear the boots, is there? Is there? Because we can have our core from this. I hate the int minus on that, but we got to live with it. But the thing is, all this would be doing for us is our elect all the time, and our poise, I suppose. Damn, okay. Well, there is a reason then, because we want the poise. I gotta make really good choices here, because I only have so many remove curses. So this thing is even more MR and nothing else important, really. RF plus, we're only getting that from the ring. We could swap to the Swamp Dragon. That'd be okay. I want like a Robe of Archmagi if I go this route. Pretty sweet. Sorry if this is slow, guys. I gotta make good decisions, because on Ashenzari you don't have the luxury of being able to screw around with your items willy-nilly whenever you want. Like I have to decide exactly what I'm doing and then stick with that plan for pretty far into the future. So first of all, how many remove curses do we have? We have 2, and then there's like 3. There's 2 more available, so we have enough to uncurse as many things as we want, because you can do it on as many things as you want. But we only have enough remove curse to actually, after that, we only have enough to curse 3 things. So 3 new items. One of them, for sure, is going to be this buckler, I think, because it's just like a strict upgrade. So cool, great. Either that or I'll use a shield, but I don't think we're going to use the shield yet. What's my shields at? 7? Oh, that's not bad. We could take that up, actually. Okay, maybe we will swap to the shield. Okay, I gotta decide before I buy this, actually, because that's a big money investment. Damn. The other thing is that I don't want to take off the boots yet, because I'm about to do slime, and obviously that's where we want to have we want to have our core, right? So maybe we just table this. Yeah, maybe we just table this choice until I finish slime. How do we do slime though? Because we don't have any immolation to the shenanigans. Also, what have we found? We have summon forest. That's pretty good. How do we kill TRJ on this character? I guess we could. I guess we don't, is the thing. I'm not seeing an obvious path. Certainly we could Iron Shot him to death. I might have to like haste and go to melee with him, but god, that's a bad idea on this character. Oh, we have 4 throwing nets. Okay, that's not that bad actually. So we'll go into melee with him. We'll keep him in a net. You're going to pretend to be an actual summoner. Maybe. Summon Force is really good. We have no more Phantom Mirrors. We'd have to buy some, and you know I don't want to do that. This has the added benefit of, by the way, giving me some more loot to look at. Okay, can we kill TRJ? What's the summons? What are we going to do for summons? Yeah, you can net TRJ. It's really my main strategy for killing him. It's great. It's really, really important. We have D-Missile, that's good. Honestly, Summon Hydra is the move here. Okay, we have a ton of amnesia. You guys are going to see some hot Hydra action. Yeah, boy. Into the pits of slime we go. Oh, we don't have Arlek here. Ogre Mage is dead. Let's finish this floor. Oh, it's done. When's the last game literally any DCSS player has used that? 0.16. That's a decent spell. Well, I was intending to finish this game tonight, but it is taking longer than I thought it would. Iron Shot does serious work. Versus acid blobs and everything else in here. By the way, we're taking spellcasting to 27 with the help of Ashenzari. Azure Jelly is burned terribly. Thank you, Fireball. How do you capture an acid blob in a net? I think the idea is that they are like semi-solid. Okay, we got low MP. That blows. $22. Okay, 66 damage possible here. Great time to use a File of Floods, I think. Just erase them with Iron Shot. Alright, you know what? This character actually wants Fan of Gales. I hate to say it. I hate to carry it around. But we want it. And we're going to get it. Green Elf needs food badly. It's true. Green Elf does need food badly. Malcolm politically acceptable for a brief moment. Wow. I didn't say I have a problem with gay people. I don't. I'm totally, you know, you want to live your life the way you want to live it. That's completely cool with me, man. Not that you would ever hear Gamma Funk or any of that crew admit that I say such things. Wouldn't fan have helped in the Trog Vault? I'm going to go with no, because if I fan the thing, you saw how fast that thing was moving. If I had fanned, it was incredibly likely that he would just arrive directly next to me and maybe even have a chance to beat my ass. Fan is a deeply unreliable item in my experience. Oh, nice, almost full damage, bro. Also, I will say this, in that fight, I was not paying attention to the fact that I had Guardian Spirit on, and I just realized that. We were possibly in a slightly less crappy situation than I thought. On the other hand, I think he had already taken us down to 0 mana, or close to it. Yeah, that's a pretty accurate take on Lamp. We're looking for another downstairs because that one sucks. Sadly, such a thing is not available. I was at 0 MP. I remember being at 2, but I probably had time to regenerate. Great Fireball here. Wow, being a mage is pretty fun. Also, that guy just fixed my mana situation, so the Shining Eye taketh away, but the Shining Eye also giveth. Glad I can't be paralyzed. Time to melee with a Great Orb of Eyes for 20 minutes. I am also not a huge fan of eyeballs. Oh god. That could have been very dangerous. Hey guys, you know, it turns out I shouldn't be meleeing things. I know it's hard to believe. But this Deep Elf with 14 AC and 23 EV should not really be in melee. You a beef master though? What, because I have 160 some effective hit points? Thankfully, Iron Shot is saving me from too much mutation. Crap. So much damage possible. And now I'm afraid to even go down here because there's so many of these things. I mean, even that seemed dangerous to me, and now there's the chance of getting mutated. Let's look for another downstairs. Fireball's doing some serious work. Took out the fast monsters, now we're safe. Let's go up and get our mana back. It's going to be nice if we can find an Archmagi robe later. Get that second enhancer. I'm regretting not going int on this character. We're going to pump that for the rest of the game. Not that it really matters that much. Only like 3 stat ups. But yeah, Spacebot, I think that's a pretty good plan. It definitely needs a buff, I'll say that much. Fan of Gales is absolute crap. I like the old way that it worked, where it gave you allies. Oh god, this is not the staircase I wanted. We have RF. Fireball myself, go up. Poor ignores Fireball. Bruh, Bob Clutch is only as good as Fireball. Does it qualify as a bruh moment if you say something like that? It's funny, this is a real damage race because they're cutting down my mana. Hey Tony, thank you. Much appreciated.
That transporter vault though, clutch play.
That transporter vault was really heart-pounding, anus-clenching action. I thought we were going to lose the streak, no joke. But honestly, that's happened twice this run, so it goes to show that I'm not playing careful enough. With a Deep Elf, you gotta play careful. Cool. Trying to rest on these upstairs. I see we immediately get rotted. How annoying. But we have 9 curing, so let's just use 1. Wow, and if our day wasn't bad enough, we've got the Dissolution. I think we might Vuln para him. Because like the thing is, he can summon Golden Eyes, but they can't actually para me, or they can't confuse me because I've got Ashenzari. So let's see how paralyzable he is, 47%. There we go. And we would have quaff cancellation if like a great orb or something showed up. Up we go. Hey man, Vuln is amazing versus certain targets. It's like an I win button. You don't get too many of them, but you know when to use them, you're going to have a good time. Right, I should probably put some thought into exactly how I'm going to do this. So we have a scroll of summoning now. I don't know if we had that before. So the old plan was to use Hydras. Which, by the way, I haven't forgotten that I have Summon Hydra. We just haven't needed it yet. This is a good time for Summon Hydra. Do have our core, right? My D-missile had run out as part of what happened there. Okay. Get up on the Hydra's back, let it carry you. It's pretty cool. Sadly not possible. Snakes, I'm trying to block line of effect so I can't be mutated, and it eventually worked. Let's just go up. This is fine. Let's paralyze. I think I'm just going to walk away, actually. Oh, is that a... Yeah, I'm sorry to say that flew over my head, my friend. But yeah, after this, we can stop wearing the R-Core boots, I think. Hopefully we find Glaciate, and then we can have a real fun time trying to get Glaciate online. Still no Staff of Energy, that'd be handy as well. Teleport. Oh, we have Enslave. We could do the... Oh, we could do the fancy Enslave TRJ plan. What even is a slime made of, Trog says. I'm gonna have to go with Puddin' Pops. Truth is, Bill Cosby was a slime the whole time. That's why he advertised that stuff so much. Puddin' Pops actually turn you into a slime creature. Just like him. Alright, here's our boy. I think it's about time to figure out exactly what the hell we're going to do. Now, we could paralyze him. That'd be okay. Certainly we would like to burn a haste, so let's do that. Let's burn Agi. We don't need might, not really, but I'm going to do it anyway because it might give me SH. It did not. The slime's congealed in the same gutter as the crawl tips. That's an ouchie. It's harsh but fair. All right. Haste, Might, Agi. Okay, now we're going to roll the dice on the old vulnerability here. And now for paralysis, 22%. It's not going to work. So we throw the nets instead. And now it's Hydra time. Perfect. Didn't attack yet. That's not so perfect. Hydra. Okay, those showed up in very bizarre spots, but all right. One of them's okay, I suppose. Now, I neglected to check and see if I had a magic potion. I do not, so this is a little bit risky. We don't have a lot of runway here. We have 6, 12, 18, 24. We have 4 iron shots, and that's it. So, you know, in terms of damaging TRJ after those iron shots are up, we have a few options. We got Lamp, we got Lightning Rod. Oh yeah, let me just Potion Petition, good idea. we could actually try to para him, but that's kind of dumb. I think that we open up with Lamp is what we do. Okay, so the Lamp worked. He's in the flame. Honestly, I think the Hydras will do the work for me. Probably be okay. I could have used a Servitor, by the way, instead of a Hydra. That might have been okay. But the Hydras really should wreck him, is the thing. Iron Shot. I should have Brillianced as well, by the way. Oh, we took him. We're taking him down quick. Iron Shot. Stronk. Alright. Teleport. I'm just gonna file the floods here. That's a little scary. Even with Agi up, I'm getting the poop scared out of me. I don't still have one of those maces on. No! Don't even joke about it, man. It's terrifying. Let's do a throwing net. Didn't quite work, did it? Alright, I'll heal wounds. I'm trying not to burn Blink. Curing. Okay, perfect. Saved our Blink supply, which is quite low. The Royal Jelly is dead. Long live the Royal Jelly. Yup. Let's try a different staircase. Those things aren't worth experience, so to be honest, I just want to get my loot now. But we can play ninja and sort of iron shot things to death if need be. There's the rune. That is the Ring of Suhat. So hot. That's a strict upgrade to my RF Plus ring if I wanted it. Yeah, I know I'm hot. The game, see, Gamafunk is just saying that I'm hot. I know he loves me. Alright, there's a Stat Form and a Radiate. There's my babies. We could go in that direction. Ring of Fire, we don't need that. Gourmand Amulet, we don't need that. Just like a real ninja. Hey man, it's in this game it's sneaky. There's Freezing Cloud. Sure wish it was a good spell. The Ring of Generosity with 10 strength. That's, believe it or not, a non-comedy option if we go into stat form. Okay. Okay then. Interesting items at least. I don't know if we'll end up using any, but the big thing was stat form. So my preferred lazy man's path, which by the way would have made me not die to that Raging Spriggan, probably, is now available to me. This game is lousy with high stat options that we don't want. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, probably I can't help myself. We'll see. I think I'm going to stop the stream soon, though. My stomach is telling me that I need to eat. I tell you, I've been lifting super, super regularly again over the last month or two, and my appetite is just insane. And honestly, I can tell that I should have eaten by now. Where are all my gains going? The gains goblin is going to eat all my gains because I'm not eating. Gotta avoid the gains goblin when you're lifting. It's very important. He's always trying to get you. So we're going to go into lair. We're going to go into dungeon. I'm just going to sit here. And I'll probably make some decisions. This is like a good way for me to sort of make some decisions off camera. Because there's just a lot of brain power that needs to be used to figure out exactly what to wear under Ashenzari, so easy there, Gaston. I'm especially good at expectorating. Eggs do sound pretty good right now. Maybe I'll eat some. Maybe I'll like hard boil up like 6 or 7 of them. Give myself some heart disease. Eat the yolks and everything. But no, they are really good sources of protein. Anyway, I am good for the night, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Definitely appreciate the company, appreciate the bits, appreciate the fact that I didn't lose this streak to a shitty transporter vault. That was a good time. A good time was had by all, and we didn't lose, so very good. So what have we learned? We've learned, number 1, to check the weapons on enemies that you fight. Number 2, that wouldn't have happened at all if I had treated the Moth of Wrath with the respect that he deserved. The number 1 thing is that if you're a fragile character, if you can't tank the Zerk stuff around you, you gotta fear those Moths of Wrath, and they will go away long enough for you to wreck your enemy, because like I wasn't thinking, basically, you know. Did the Spriggan Rider have Star Rage? Yeah, I guess... You know what? Yes, he did. Okay, so he might have very well just evoked that thing for all we know. I don't know. But, okay, well, plan B then. I guess as soon as I saw that, I should have just treated the Spriggan Rider with more respect. So I either wouldn't have gone into that vault, or I would have preemptively hasted and summoned like a ton of crap to defeat him with a little less risk, because like that was horrifying. But I don't need to tell you guys that. I think it was pretty obvious. But anyway, we lived, and soon we'll have 49 wins, and we'll be moving on to our mummy. But until then, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.